Hey everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to be sharing with you guys my review of the brand new foundation and the matching brush from Tarte Cosmetics, which is exclusive to Ulta. And this is the new Double Duty Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation and the matching brush with a kabuki side and then a spatula side. So like I said, this is going to be exclusive to Ulta. You can purchase it also at Tarte's website and then exclusively at Ulta. This released on February 21st, and so I was so excited at midnight, like the stroke of midnight, it came online and I purchased them and scooped them up. So I was so excited when they arrived this week and I got to play with them and I get to review them and tell you how much I love this foundation and how much I really love the brush that comes along with it. So also, just so you guys know, it is available online right now at Tarte and Ulta, and then it will be available in stores at Ulta starting March 13th. So let me show you what each of the products look like, and then I will read you some information from Tarte's website to tell you a little bit about the products, and then I will tell you all the reasons why I love this foundation so much. So this is what the foundation pot looks like. It's so heavy, you guys. It's a really nice, like, heavy glass container. It has the typical gold packaging that a lot of Tarte products have with like the mirrored look to them, and then it has the like purple design on it. And then as far as the brush, this is called their foundation brush and spatula. And I got this because I will show you in a second how unique the formula of this foundation is. So I got it specifically because I thought this spatula would be so cool and easy to work with. And then on this side you have a flat top kabuki brush, which is like ever so slightly angled. So let me show you what the foundation looks like, and I'm in the shade Fair Light Neutral. And it does have like one of those stoppers on it, that way all your product doesn't come out. So it's not a whipped formula, and that's what you might think since it's sitting in a pot, but it's definitely not super liquidy like as if you had a pump like in a typical foundation. So it's just this really thick, creamy foundation. So I love the spatula. It makes using it and spreading it on your face or on your hand to use the brush really easy. So let me tell you guys a little bit of information about the product, and then I will tell you like if all the claims that Tarte is saying that this foundation does for you, if those claims really are true. So to let you guys know, it does retail for $39, and you do get 1 ounce of foundation, which is a pretty standard size. And it says it's going to smooth the skin with this radiant full coverage foundation with skin loving ingredients wrapped in a luxurious creamy gel. The unique oil-free blend of smoothing, plumping, and pore refining ingredients help brighten the skin while moisturizing and blurring the look of fine lines and pores. The cooling, hyperallergenic gel feels like a drink of water to your skin while masking any redness, dark spots, acne, and uneven skin tone for 12-hour wear across skin types. It's available in a range of shades to match any skin tone with soft rose scent and natural radiant finish. So a couple things right off the bat. It says that it is available in a range of shades that's going to match every skin tone. So biggest thing that I will say that is false about this is the color range. So it comes in, let's see, 10 different shades. I'm in the lightest shade, and to show you guys again, I do have it on my face today because I did the demo right before this, and I'm in the lightest shade. I can make it work. I think it blends out beautifully. I think it actually like doesn't look that bad, or nothing like stands out to me that this foundation is the wrong shade. However, I think I would rather, or I would prefer to go down like half a notch in color. Like I would prefer if this was half a notch lighter, not an entire shade down, but about half a shade down. So I also think that's bad because there's plenty of people out there that have fairer skin than I do and just have like more porcelain skin tones, and so this is not gonna fit people with porcelain skin tones. And you never know when products come out, like the first release of the launch, if this is like the entire collection or if it really is gonna be more than 10 shades. I wouldn't be surprised if Tarte was doing this as a tester and then they're going to come out with tons more, because their amazing Amazonian Clay full coverage foundation has like 24 shades in it, which is astonishing. You don't usually find collections with that many kinds of colors, as well as like the undertones. Like every single shade in that line has a cool, a warm, a neutral, a yellow undertone to it, so I think that's amazing. So I'm hoping like if this foundation does really well, they'll go ahead and release more colors, that way it can match different undertones. But like like I said, it's about half a notch darker than I would prefer. It'll be fine once, you know, spring comes and I get a little bit of color, but I do have like a NYX foundation mixer that's white that I could mix in with this to make it just a tad lighter, but I think it looks pretty good as it is right now. So let's get into the rest of the claims that they say about this foundation. It says that it's a full coverage foundation. I will say that this is definitely full coverage. It was so full coverage that it really truly does cover up redness, and you'll see it in the demo. I will be putting up a demo tomorrow to show you guys how I use the two products together and how I blend it out on my face, how to use the spatula and all that kind of stuff. So I think it is definitely full coverage. You could definitely shear it out and not use as much, or, you know, put another oil or moisturizer in it if you're someone that has really, really dry skin. But for me, it's so full coverage foundation, and I'm like a huge full coverage foundation lover, so that excites me when they come out with full coverage products. And then it also says it's wrapped in a luxurious creamy gel, and that it's oil-free blend of smoothing, plumping, and moisturizing ingredients. And I will say this is so hydrating. I do have combo to oily skin, and I can wear this and it still looks great on the skin after 12 hours, and that's the other claim, is that it's a 12-hour wear, and I agree that it does still look really, really great at 12 hours. Obviously not fresh, not perfect, but it still looked really good for our 12 hours. So it is so hydrating, especially right now with it being wintertime. Even though I have combo to oily skin, my skin is so dry right now, and especially on the outer perimeters and like my cheeks. It feels so good. The second you put it on, it seriously is cooling. All of a sudden you have this rush of a cooling feeling. It feels kind of a little cold on the skin. It just feels like kind of like if you had opened up a freezer and like just get like a whiff of the coldness. Like that's how it feels. It feels really good. Like this is like a good foundation to use in the morning. It just kind of wakes you up. It feels really nice, and I will say it's very, very hydrating. Like when you see the demo, you'll see that it doesn't give you a luminous glow, as in like it doesn't make it look like I have sparkles on my face or that I have highlighters, but it just gives you this really fresh, like healthy glow about yourself. It's almost as if my skin is so hydrated that it just looks fuller and plumped up and just really fresh looking, and like you're awake and like your face is just rejuvenated. So I love that about it. And then it also claims that it's going to even out your skin tone, doesn't fill any fine lines or pores, and it blurs everything out. I will also say that's true, that I find that it just makes my skin look really flawless. Like I said, I have it on right now and I just like can't stop looking in the mirror when I wear this. I think it looks so beautiful. Now I will preface this by saying that I went in with a primer, I went in with the foundation, and then I set it, and that's what I found was the best combination. So like I said, I do have combo to oily skin. So I went in with with primers that are good for people with oily skin that are going to counteract oil in your T-zones. And then my preferred way was with the Makeup Forever Mattifying Skin Equalizer Primer. I love that with this. I found that like it helped anywhere where you may build up a little bit of oil, because I have combo to oily skin. Like it helped take that away, that when I did start to get a little bit oily, it wasn't like it was oil and it was breaking up. I could feel it or anything like that. It was just like it started looking really hydrated again. So I will say definitely if you are someone with combo to oily skin, use a really good primer that's going to help keep it matte, and then definitely set your foundation. The best way that I really like to set it is actually with the other double duty powder foundation that came out, but I will talk about that later on. I will talk about that in the actual review of that product, and you'll see it in the demo as well. But I think if you're someone that has like normal to dry skin, you may not have to do that whole process. You may not even need a primer, or maybe use a primer and you don't have to set it, or vice versa. But I don't think you'll have to go through all the steps that people with combo to oily skin do. But I think it's so beautiful on the skin. I think it's extremely long wearing. So speaking of the long wearing claim to it, I'm going to try to post right now and show you guys a shot of right when in the morning I had put it on at like 7:30, and then around lunchtime around like 1 I took a picture, and then at the very end of the day when I got home, which was around like 7 o'clock. So you're really seeing about 11 and a half, 12 hours of wear. I'll take it with a grain of salt. Obviously I was at work the entire day, so I was taking it with my iPhone, so it's not going to be the best quality. I was under some lights at a client, like I was in the car at one point. I don't know if that's going to make it into the video, but like these aren't going to be the absolute best pictures, but I made do with what I had so that you guys could just see the longevity of it. And I never ever touched it up during the day. Like I said, I set it in the morning with the other powder foundation, but I didn't touch it the rest of the day. And I think you'll see in the picture by the end of the night, it still looked good. Like I said, like if I was going out to dinner with a bunch of friends or going out, I probably would want to redo my makeup or touch it up because it had been 12 hours. but if I had to like go to dinner or whatever, if I just had to, I thought it still looked really good. It wasn't like I was super oily and cakey and like things were falling into fine lines. I never found that I had a problem with it falling into fine lines or smile lines, or that it was building up around my nose or areas where you normally get oily. And so I didn't have a problem with that, and I think it was because of the combination I use of primer and setting it. But overall, it is a gorgeous foundation. I love it. I think if you have dry skin, you are gonna love this foundation. You're gonna crave it. It is so hydrating, cooling, refreshing. It makes your skin look absolutely beautiful. Like, I don't think I've ever seen my skin just look so radiant and fresh and healthy. It just makes your skin look really, really healthy. And I think that's because, like, right now it's wintertime, I do have more dry skin. Like, putting all that moisture back in it just makes my skin look beautiful. So I am thoroughly impressed by this foundation and this brush. I love this brush so much. It makes blending everything out super easy. The spatula is really nice to scoop up the actual foundation, and it just blends like a dream. So I am so impressed by this foundation. Definitely going to be keeping it. I'm so excited that they introduced this new foundation into their makeup line. It's a very unique and cool foundation that you don't see a lot of places. You usually see whipped foundations, basic foundations, stick foundations, liquid foundations. Like, you don't usually see this like gel formula a ton. So I'm really excited about that. I definitely don't have anything like this in my collection. And overall, super impressed by this. And I think getting the brush is totally worth it, which I forgot to mention. Obviously, you don't need it, but if you have the money or you want to splurge, or like if you're like me, I don't have any Tarte brushes. This is the first time I was ever purchasing any brushes from Tarte, especially their foundation ones, which I have always heard such great things about. I really wanted it, and I think they go together so perfectly. Like, they are a match made in heaven. And I forgot to mention, this does retail for $30. It's not the cheapest brush, but like I said, this is just such an awesome combination, and you obviously only have to purchase this once, and then you can just keep refilling the foundation. So overall, I am so in love with this foundation and impressed by it, and so excited about this new double duty line. And I'm excited to show you guys the demo that will be up tomorrow, showing you how I put on this foundation and what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this foundation, if you picked it up, if you got to play with it yet, and things like that. I would love to hear your thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!